Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market live show. It's Tuesday, February 11th, and let's check out the market. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice, so please do your due diligence. And here we go. Let me take a look real quick. And it is opening up a little bit red. Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Meta, Amazon, Tesla, and Apple are all a little red. And the rest of the map is kind of flat except for LLY and UNH on the healthcare side. So they are red as well. We'll take a look and see what's going on this morning. But first, let's look at our Joe Leash jumpers here, ADTX. Let's look at it. And that one we've been watching for a while, and it has been curling up. We've been talking about it. It's hitting that 20 right now. It went from 10 to 11. It's at 10. Let's see if it can get up into that 20. Maybe it just pulls back a little bit more into like the 9 to get cruising up again. So keep an eye on that. But that's your ADTX, and you know that we've been watching that one probably the longest out of everybody. We've watched this thing in the bottom for months and months and months, and I told you guys it would start to run soon. And here we go, APPS. That digital turbine still running up there in the top, so be careful with that. But it did run up yesterday, and I think it might be done now. 482 to 550, and it's closing at 529 right there. All right, it's at 522 right now. So there you go. And or that was yesterday. I'm sorry, I was clicked on the wrong day. 482 to 550 yesterday. It closed at 552, and then this morning it's at 525, and it came down to 522. Had it sitting on the yesterday's date. But yeah, looking like it just topped out, to be honest with you. APPS apps, but that was a huge run up too from like the twos up there. So there you go at APPS. And our buddy B Hat's running again too. It's up to like 2 cents, and it's trying to get up to that 10. So or that to 10 to the 20 up there. And B Hat is looking good. It did touch it up there. It's at 10 cents. That's why I said 10, because I knew it was at 10 cents. But it is touching the 20 at 10 cents. And so that's B Hat. And let's see if it can get over it. Again, it may have to pull back a hair just to go back up, but we'll keep an eye on it and just see. But they are moving just like we thought. And how about CYN? That one's up like 300% from where we looked at it, and it's popping out of the bottom, and it's running up there. It's at 26 cents. It's up some more to this morning here, 24 to 33. It's also hitting that 20. So we'll have to see what's up with these bad boys as they're hitting the 20 today if they want to cruise through. That DOMH, we were looking at that. That had run up big yesterday. It's still in the top, just opened up a little lower, obviously. DOMH. Let's see. 574 to 581. It's at 567 right now. And that one did run up big yesterday. Yesterday it ran from 423 to 650, and it closed at 607. So having a little pullback there. LIXT, let's see, LIXT. That's up 27 cents and curling up here. This one might be a good one to check out. Let me see. And yesterday it did run up there. 265 to 390. It closed at 323. Let's see, this morning 315 up to 324, but it's back to 255. So maybe that one is not setting up back up. It's pulling back there. And again, the FinViz doesn't show the chart immediately in the morning, so I can't ever tell until I look at my trend spider. MGOL, this one pulled back 15 cents. So it didn't get up to that 50 area. It looked like it could keep up. Let's see if maybe it tries to bounce back up again today. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, it ran up pretty significantly. I'm not sure if it will, but it may still just have a little healthy pullback right here and try to cruise up. And that's MGOL. And again, we got that at 12 cents, and now it's at 54. But yesterday, it was up there over 70. It was at 76 at one point. So there you go, MGOL and OCOA, that one we were looking at as well. And let's look at it, Ocean Biomedical, and it was also running up. And remember, these things are now just hitting the lines. They're getting curled up, but looking good, 20 to 28, it says, and that is this morning. So it was running, and it's at 22, and it was running yesterday, looking good to try to cross through there for OCEA. And let's see what Rain is doing. RAIN, Rain Enhancement Technologies. And this one's been in the basement. Let me see. Is it running at all? RAIN. It did run up a little bit yesterday, 365 to 463. It closed at 412, and right now it's at 361. So it came right back down. I was going to say it didn't look like it was running, but yeah, that could be a nice dip and rip on Rain. That's a good find right there. SLQT. Let me jot down Rain because that one might be a great setup right there. SLQT select quote. That did pop up there. SLQT, just be careful. It ran up yesterday, 457 to 619. And closed at 595. And this morning, 586 to 608. And it's at 567. It could be coming back right there. So just be careful. And SLXN, let's see, that SLXN. And that one's trying to curl up there off the MACD and get rolling. So keep your eye on SLXN. Looks good on the FinViz. On mine, it's a little bit pulled back there, 153 to 167. It's at 149 right now. I'll look at it, but it does appear to be trying to get set up right there. And let's see what our VSTE is up to here. Vast Renewables. And let's see, that one's jumped up there, took that hard curl. I'm telling you, a bunch of these are taking that hard curl. When they do that, they like to pop up really good. 72 to 134 yesterday, and it closed at 97, and today it went 103 to 140, and it's at $1. So not bad for VSTE. And good old Wint. We've been looking at Winttree, and this one's trying to get out of that basement right there. It was moving yesterday. And let's see what it wants to do today. It's just sitting right on that line. And yesterday it did move though 12 to 20. And this morning 12 to 14. It's at that 14 and wants to cruise. And there you go. It's your Jolie's jumpers right there. Thank you very much, Asian Jolie. Greatly appreciate that. And let's take a look at our laptop lowdowns real quick and see what they're up to. And here we go, GENK. Let's look at that one and keep your eye on this list because you know these will be next runners coming up. They always are. GENK. Let's look at it down there at the bottom. Maybe today's at bottom for that one. We'll look at it. ANVS. Let's see. And oh yeah, that one's going to be a great setup when it's ready. ANVS all the way down there, right there. Wow. And it took a nice dip. It had to have been yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday, that could be that dip and rip. I'll look at that one today. That could be a really good one. Grow is at Brazil Potash Corp. And that one's just opened up in the bottom. I'm telling you, this one's an interesting one. It grabs my attention every time. You don't see them very often like this. So this thing's going to get cruising, guys. It literally just opened up in the basement and stayed in there. It's going to have a massive run, I promise you. So yeah, that Brazil Potash Corp, and it's an industrial minings. We're definitely have to watch that thing, guys. I'm telling you, that thing's gonna have a massive run up. You don't see them every time I look at it. I go, "Oh, that's interesting," and you just don't see that look. And I can promise you, it will get cruising there. I can only imagine because that look you don't see often, and it is great. Icon 30 to 31, getting ready to go cruising. And that will be an icon right there, LVWR. Keep your eye on that icon for sure. And LVWR Livewire, this one just had earnings the other day on the 5th and last week actually, and it's way down there. It didn't curl up yet, but we'll look at it because it could be getting set up down here. Yesterday could be at nice dip and rip situation, so I'll look at that one. And LYT, we've been watching this bad boy, and it's way down. And I said it might be. I thought yesterday was probably its bottom. It is curling up now. Keep your eye on that one. That one's going to be a good one for sure. We're just watching these, and you have to be really patient because you start really dipping down here, and then they get set up. So you just like that CYN. We looked at that when it was way up, and then we knew that it wasn't ready, so we knew not to be in it. And then we caught it all the way down there, and it just ran up like almost 400%. So MBRX, That one is setting up right here. We'll keep our eye on MBRX and OMGA. This one was getting set up here, and it is going to start bouncing and looking good. So you definitely want to keep your eye on that OMGA. That's getting set up right there. And PITA, that PITA, that's an odd one, I'm telling you. It just is pulling back, I think so. We'll just have to watch PETA. I think it just has a little more pullback in it, and then it'll be ready. And that's Haramba Electric in Germany, and that is PITA and RETO, Reto Echo Solutions is down there in the bottom. And yesterday could have been its very bottom right there. It's way in the basement, 36 cents. And RETO not looking bad right here. So yeah, I could be curling up, keeping your eye on RETO. It's not looking bad for me. And that Rhyme, RIME, they did their reverse split. We were keeping an eye on it, so just definitely keep an eye on that today after that reverse split. And RTC, we were watching this one as well, and it just has a little bit of pullback there from yesterday. Let me see if it's doing anything just yet. Not yet. And I still think that bottom was at 57, and you're at 63 right now. So that's RTC. And I do think that one will get set up to run. And here we go at our Stardust SDST. Stardust Power, and it's just a little flat, but I'm telling you guys, this one just bottomed out and is going to get ready, and this will be a massive runner. So be ready. That 20's all the way up there to $1.37, and you're at 73 cents on Stardust Power, and it will start to get some Stardust Power and cruise. So there you go with your laptop lowdowns there. Thank you very much, Laptop Travel. Greatly appreciate them. And I'm telling you, there's a ton of great ones right there that are going to be amazing setups to just take into the next few trading days and next week, probably. So keep your eye on that list. We always do. And we always have a lot of great runners out there. So check out Laptop Travel because his lists are always good. CLS, here we go. Celestica, that's down 287. But let me see what it's doing right now. CLS. That is today's date, and 129 down to 126.50. It does look like yesterday could be its bottom there, Luis Rodriguez. So yeah, I think it's another good one that we'll keep an eye on. CLS, that's going to get us set up right there. And that Deckers DECK has been a nice dip down here. We've just been keeping an eye on DECK and staying patient. I think yesterday could have been its dip. It did have a nice one from 169 to 160. It's at 161.41 now, and I think yesterday was its dip and rip. So keep your eye on DECK, Deckers, and we've been watching that, and that is a nice dip off of yesterday. ROK, Rockwell Automation, that one looks like it's running the good old rock. ROK 276 to 308. It's at 303 right now and not looking bad. So keep your eye on ROK Rockwell. And NSP Insperity. That one was running up yesterday. NSP. Let me look at that one real quick. Yeah, I had a good run yesterday, huh? 69.40 to 82.52. It's at, and it closed at 88. And then this morning, 79.20. It's at 79.50 and not looking real bad. Actually, still looks like it could run up there for NSP. So that's one to keep an eye on. And UTL, Unitil Corp. And they just had earnings, yesterday, and it does look pretty good. Just watch out; it's hitting that 50. Let me see what the pre-market looks like. Yeah, it's actually kind of got through halfway through the 50. I'll have to look at. You could have a little bit of pullback down here into like the 53. It's at 54, 16, 54.80 right now. So you could have a little tiny bit of pullback, but it is getting set up. So UTL maybe in a day or so might look perfect right there. And Icon, yeah, green thumbs, that is looking good. That's about to become an icon for sure. And Rhyme, we just talked about, delete it. And let me look at it again. And it's just flat right there off the reverse split. Actually, I don't think it was moving yet. but I said to just definitely keep an eye on it because it looks pretty good to try to move. February 11th, it is doing something. 290. Oh, it did run 290 up to 320, and it's at 320. So yeah, it does look pretty good, guys. Like we were saying off that reverse split, I think it's going to move yesterday. It looks like it was a bottom right there. So there you go for that one deleted. And a couple for Barbara here, IINN. Let's look at that one right here. Inspire Technologies has jumped up there. We looked at it what yesterday, IINN, and there you go. So and another one that made that hard curl up. So they are doing it right now, and they're popping. So that one, IIIN, went 87 at 109, and it's at 103 right now. So that one's a good one right there. And CHSN, Chanson International. This one's getting curled up, guys, so we'll keep an eye on it. CHSN, definitely keep an eye. It's crossing through, and that says 47 right now, and it's just sitting there, but looking pretty good to me. AMC, I was going to look at it, and it's down a penny, but just a little healthy pullback. I'm telling you, that thing's getting set up here. As a matter of fact, the setup just changed. Holy cow, that's definitely a different setup than last night. I can promise you and what it's been. So we'll look at them again real quick. Nothing terrible, but it was looking much better yesterday. I'm not going to lie. It's still going to pop off that line, but it was getting squeezed on two trending lines right there, and it was really going to pop. It definitely changed. I can tell you that. I know for a fact. And ELAB, ELAB. And again, that's how fast these charts can move. When we looked at it for how many days, it's been the same setup, and now it's 7 o'clock in the morning. It definitely changed from the last few days. I promise you. Not bad. It just definitely changed. It was better, but it still looks really good to pop off of there. ELAB, let's look at it. ELAB is not doing anything yet this morning. 188 to 190 yesterday. It closed at 172, so it did have that pullback right there. It is sitting over the MACD. Just see if that was a little healthy pullback. We'll look at it again in the morning there. So there you go. And good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's good. The Simple Trader. I'll teach you how to Dougie. I don't even know how to do that dance, to be honest. I wish I did. I should learn it actually. Maybe I'll learn it. Learn it this weekend. No, I'll make a video. I'll do it. You got it deleted. No problem right there. And here we go. Let me see what's going on in this market. It was red, and it still is. All our Mag 7 are down. So let's just take a look at them. SPY down $1.65 here. Pull back onto the MACD. It doesn't seem to want to cross through. And I mean, it is super bullish. So I could see it just trying to cross through coming down. I mean it was been trying to do it. It can easily pull itself back up and get curled up again today and move. So I'm not convinced that it's really going to be a bloodbath just yet or today at all because we've seen it do it 100 times right now, where they're red and then they curl right up, and it's perfectly fine. Apple is down $1.05, and that looks like it might have curled through coming down. So, let's see. They were again. This one looks like it wants to make that hard curl up. So I still think they're very set up to get cruising. Amazon's down $1.58, sitting on that trend line right there. A little bit of pullback, and I really think that these things want to get cruising here. So we'll keep an eye on them today for sure. Apple is down. It's opened at 230. It's at 231.60 right there, and they all were running up yesterday. That's the same chart, and yeah, it just looks like a little healthy pullback to me. Google 187 down 68 cents, so just a little bit of pullback to get set up. They were looking perfect yesterday. A little bit of pullback on that on them run ups right there. So we'll see what's going on. Even Meta's down. I told you I think Meta just topped out yesterday. So keep your eye on Meta to pull back some. And I mean, it's run up big time. So it's been going up. And Microsoft's down a little bit, $1.07 at 411. So they are pulled back a little bit this morning, but we've seen them do this a lot and then get cruising again. So Nvidia down 69 cents. It's in that channel and still looks good to me. So I would say Nvidia don't look bad. If it does pull back, it's coming to that 20 at like 130. It's at 132. And there you go for Nvidia. And good old Tesla's been going down, and it's down 218, but I think you're about to approach its bottom and get cruising back up, guys, or at least pop up and see what it wants to do. So Tesla's hitting that bottom, and we'll see what Tesla wants to do, and we'll look at them AMC. Again, that chart definitely changed a little bit. It was great. It was a little bit better. It looks like it has a little more setup time. I guess it wasn't ready today. I'm telling you, today it was ready to get popping, and for whatever reason, the chart changed because whatever was supposed to be happening, it isn't happening. I can promise you. You can just tell by what the chart looked like and now how it looks. So something definitely changed in their PR and their news, but that's all right. Still looks good. And again, that's how the market works. You these things look amazing, and then that next morning, you wake up and you're like, wow, that chart definitely changed from last night. After the, I mean, it was after the after hour, so it still looked good. We looked at it last night, and it's still not bad, but it changed. And GameStop now looks really good. So I don't know what's going on there, but GameStop kind of took the AMC chart, and AMC kind of reset up a little bit. So that's very, very odd. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, GameStop looking pretty good right here. GME, and it did. It got over at 27.35 to 27.40. It's at 27.03 right now. It's curled up. I had that big curl up yesterday, and it was hitting the MACD right there. So yeah, it is just setting up, but not looking bad. We'll see if it can cross through. And that Unity, that looks a little bit better now. So that is pulling back to get set up. So very odd. I don't know what's going on, but maybe Roaring Kitty was waiting for all these bad boys to set up, and now he just kind of put money into one of them, and it could have been like Unity. Like I said, AMC doesn't look bad, but that thing should have been popping today. Whatever was going on is not didn't happen, and now you have their earnings coming up on the 25th, but we have plenty of time for that. And I still think it will pop off. It's just going to have a little healthy pullback. It was ready to run today, I'm telling you. AMC. So I'm not sure what happened. Unity, like I said, pulling back but setting up really good right there. And we'll keep an eye on that one. And good old Chewy here, CHWI. And this one's pulled back a little bit. Maybe Roaring Kitty's listening to my show and he doesn't want us to catch on to what he was doing, because I'm telling you, AMC was looking crazy. And then all of a sudden, the whole thing just changed around, and not too bad, but it didn't look like it did yesterday or even last night. And Chewy has that little setup look, so we'll keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at some semiconductors. AVGO is down $1, and these things were crossing through, and they're just flat. Just interesting that they had that momentum yesterday, and they kind of went flat. MU a little flat right there. They still looked really good last night. TSM down $1.67, and that one never even crossed through, so it's still getting set up. And again, we looked at that ETF, semiconductor ETF, and that was looking really good. Generally, that'll tell you. And Mike, I told you, SMCI was getting up towards this top. It was running up there. They do have their earnings today. It's pulled back $1.70, so I would be real careful with that one. Maybe it runs up a little bit, but I wouldn't play them earnings. Not after that run up right there. We already know SMCI. So AMD, that was trying to get running again yesterday. Just a little flat. 63 cents. It's down at 109.85. And it's just yeah, just a little healthy pullback. I can see these things not exactly ready to get rolling. They look like it last night, but they still have time. Again, the market's just moving super, super slow. I don't know what. I guess it's all these tariff talks, honestly. That's what it has to be, because it's just moving incredibly slow. Like, The penny stocks are moving, but these big caps and things are setting up a lot slow. Even the penny caps, like them big fish hooks, are taking a while to really set up there. So you got to pay attention to them there. Or QCOM, that is also pulled back to that 20. We'll see if it can stay on there. It could pull back. And Intel just down 6 cents and pretty flat this morning. So Snow, that one was pulled back $1.03, but that thing's getting set up as well. That setup looks really good right there. And let's just take a look. What was McDonald's doing? MCD, that's pulled back 67 cents, but still looks pretty good. It's in the top right there. And Mountain down a little bit more. So that one's pulling back. But Oxy and ExxonMobil, them things were setting up too. So keep an eye on Oxy and ExxonMobil. They're both up a little bit today and looking pretty good right there. So there you go with some big caps. And yeah, it is a little bit red with our Mag 7, that's for sure. And let's see what's going on over here on the scanner. Let me take a look. CYN. That one's popping. OCEA and BHAC. Clue. We're keeping an eye on that one still. It's running on that bottom floor and just could have some crazy kind of run right there. So it's at 12 cents. CLEU. And yeah, it had that dip the other day. I would keep an eye on this clue. It's going to have a run up there. ADTX, we know all about that. A little healthy pullback at the moment. INN, we are looking at it. And SMCI, nothing else real crazy here. Let me see what else is going on. Nothing there. Boom, boom. That Soxel is getting set up. That's a semiconductor. And let's look at LICN. Oh, guys, that one, LICN right here. Let's look at that. That's trying to get set up. That bottom might be in there at 8 cents, and it's at 8 cents. So keep an eye. It's actually, I think it's probably run up this morning. It looks like LICN. Let's see. Um, yeah, 7 to 8. Let me look and see where that bottom was. That bottom 6 cents. I'm sorry. And yeah, LICN. Remember, we were looking at that. These China small caps look like they might want to roll, guys. Let's look at WTO real quick. That one's up 3 cents. Remember, EJH ran WTO. We were looking at it. And the China small caps were trying to run back then. They only had a day. They actually look like they're trying to move right now. That EJH was run up there, pull back, could get moving. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on them bad boys for sure. And let's look at Adobe ADBE right there. That's down 22 cents, but still looking good. A little healthy pullback. MDB, Mongo. This one's down $1.05, but not looking bad. And MNTS down 43 cents. So just watch as that thing gets really set up there. And RAIN, we looked at this morning's up 81 cents and trying to move some more. So there you go at Rain. Unless we looked at that last night, I don't even remember, but that is up 81 cents. RAIN Rain. So that one is cruising along. And there you go with them bad boys. Let's go ahead and look at our crypto and see what's going on. Bitcoin's at 97,697 and Ethereum's at 2687. What's Ripple 247? Sol's at 20212. And ADA Cardano's at 60 trying to move. I'm telling you, crypto's getting ready to rock and roll, guys. So let's look at these charts real quick and see what they're up to and see what's going on. Yep, like I just said, the Bitcoin is there at 97,000. The stock cube is super accurate, guys. I mean, obviously, this price jumps around like crazy, but it's right on the money. It just says 97,000, and it just jumped from like the 7 to the 8, so it's right there, perfectly accurate. I love that thing. I'm telling you, it works awesome. And let's look at the chart. Let's see how awesome that looks. That's what we care about. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's doing exactly what I thought they were going to do. They should be jumping up here, and I'm telling you, these things are going to get rocking and rolling, guys. Crypto is going to get moving. I don't know what's going on with it, but something's going on here. Ethereum's at 2,900 and something, and it is. Ethereum still has to get set up here, but it's trying to. It looks way better. Remember, I said that one night. I don't know what the hell they did to this. I feel like they were listening to the show. They're like the very next 3 days, the chart reset, like started looking great. It was crazy. Right after I said that. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. Again, Solana's at 201 right here. And let's take a look at that chart and see what it's doing. Um, yeah, like I said, it's going to try to jump up onto that 50 and get cruising. And these things are looking healthy, guys. I'm telling you, they have some big old nice hooks coming up, and they are going to get rocking and rolling. I can see it. Cardano's at 80 right now, and that one has a nice run up happening. And yeah, see, that has this big old gap in between, and it's trying to make this huge run up, and it can kind of shorten this gap up and then get up onto that 50 and get cruising with the rest of them. I'm telling you, they're gonna get wild, guys. So just keep your eyes on these guys. And what else? Chain links at 1935. So yeah, they're all looking pretty good right there, I must say. And Doge is at 26. It was at like 25 yesterday, and that has that big old gap, and it's going to start running up there good. So we're going to see crypto get moving, and once Bitcoin really gets cruising there, it'll pull the rest of them up really nice. So keep an eye on them. LRHC, let's look at that one. It's just flat, but it is really setting up right there. So keep your eye on that. And NIVF it is. That's just a little flatter, and they just had that split. What, yesterday? Yeah. Um, Wait, no, they split today. We were going to look at it today. NIVF is splitting today, so we'll keep an eye on that. MDB, let's take a look at that one, MDB, and see what they're up to. That's down a little bit, maybe. Let me see, MDB. What is it doing? MDB there. 284 to 287. It's at 287. That is not down at all. And that's why I was like, huh, what's this chart look? I'm telling you, FinViz is just so crazy in the morning. It just throws you off. But yeah, MDB, that's at Mongo. And I thought it was down. Again, I was looking at the Finviz. It tells me it's down to down $1.36 at 285. It's exactly what it says. And then I look at my chart, which is usually super accurate, and 284.74 to 287.99. It's at 287.99. So looks like it is moving. Luis Rodriguez. So yeah, there you go. And we just looked at it. I thought it was down. And that's why you do have to always look at two charts. That just shows you right there. You try to look at one, and it'll tell you you're wrong every time. So that's what I get for not looking and double checking. But yeah, that one was moving. And CYN, like I said, cruising there. And let's see what else is going on over here real quick. And I think we got everything right there. Yeah, I would say that clue. Keep an eye on that clue, guys. CLEU. That one's definitely getting set up. We were looking at it not long ago, a little bit red this morning right there. And our stock futures slip as investors await Fed Chair Powell's testimony. All right, there we go. And this firm has been bullish on crypto for 2 years. Now it's calling a top. I wonder where that is. The most important number for stock market right now. And NASDAQ futures lead modest losses. Oil prices rise. U.S. stock futures drop as trade nerves spur caution. And there you go for the markets. And let's see what's going on over at StockTwits World over here. And let's see. SMCI is down. Shopify is down. Coca Cola had earnings this morning, I believe, and it jumped up $2.24. So I guess they were good earnings. I'm imagining KO. And that ACHR is pulled back a hair. Archer Aviation, but it was moving yesterday. It was running up to that line, and now it's just pulled back. Cardano is at 80 and trending. IOVA, we looked at it, and it's way down here. We're going to keep an eye on this because it does look like it's trying to get set up here, IOVA. So let's keep an eye on that one to see if it wants to roll off that MACD. And let's look FLNC. Let's see what that one's doing. Fluence Energy. And they just had earnings and took a big dip. So we're definitely going to take a good look at FLNC. Hold on. FLNC. There we go. And the gold, let's see, GLD, is it pulled back? It is down 75 cents. I mean, they were at their like all-time highs and topped out up there. So I could see them pulling back a little bit. And there you go with your stock twits report. Let me make sure I got everything over here. I think I did. And there you go. I would say it's a pretty solid pre-market right there, a little bit red that we don't like to see, but what are we going to do? They can't be green every morning. There's buying opportunities. That's what it is. So yeah, you have your Mag 7 a little bit red. Your SPY is still down a little bit. And I'll look at our ETF 500 and see what that's at. Our SPY is down $1.83. And let's see our SPY, our ETF 500. Let me hop in there real quick and get to that one and see where it's at. But I'm telling you, it's going to start moving here. It might be just under 7. It is. It's at like 0.00691. So I would say if you haven't been in it, I would take a look at it because as these crypto ones are going to get moving, you heard the show last night. I believe in that one as well. And you just see crazy amounts of money just moving into these stupid meme coins each day, and they just get beat down. And I'm telling you, these bots are just taking your money. And you need something with a real solid community that them bots cannot destroy through. Because if it's just fast trading, guys, the bots pick up all that volume and everything. They scope it out and they eat you alive. I don't know what the algorithm is. I haven't figured it out. I have no idea what the heck they're doing with it. It doesn't even make sense to me, but somehow they figured it out. It's like a vacuum cleaner just sucking up your coins. So I have no idea how they're doing it again, but just beware, and that's why you definitely want to be in the ones that you can trust and control, more or less control as much as possible, like an ETF 500, where you know Zach's not pulling the rug. And again, I made the rigged, and if you guys want to use it to trade and sell, have fun with it. It's just sitting there, and you know it's safe. So if everybody hops on and wants to do it, like I said, we could do it every weekend when these meme coins hop up. We can just use that one, and you know it's safe because the other ones you're gonna lose your coins. I promise you. It's not. It's not set up for the regular person to win right now. That's for sure. And look at Portnoy. I think he just learned that lesson. That's for sure. That joustle was at like 3 cents. It was at 21 cents this weekend. So how many people just lost a lot of coin on that one? I can only imagine. So yeah, that's why you definitely have to be careful there. And like I said, I really believe even stronger in ETF 500 that it'll be a solid run up in the summertime and probably be changing a lot of lives. So there you go, everybody. That's our pre-market show, our little meme coins, our SPY, our everything, crypto. And like I said, crypto is going to get rolling. So thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. And you guys already know all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Thank you very much, Laptop Travel and Asian Joe Lee, Green Thumbs, WJ Kratz, East Coast Beach Girl, Barbara, Dusty, the Pie, the Stock Panther, Bongpri Chan, serial winners on here today, and Crypto Cyclops. How are you? Crypto Cyclops is going to be excited because crypto is about to get wild. Thamus and Sinai and Deleted, Lloyd Sense, Kyle, Tony 90, and Zach, and everybody else tuning in and hanging out. Greatly appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Of course, trade smart, lock in those profits. Goodbye, good luck, see you later, and have a great day, everybody.